Welcome to the overview video of all picks for UFC Fight Night Magny vs Prates, where we will find out which channels picked which fighters to win the fight for all 12 fights on this card. And we of course start with the first fight of this card, which is Mullins, the 33-year-old from England, versus Klaudia Sygula from Poland, who is 25-year-old. Mullins is the favorite with around minus 250 in average odds. And Klaudia is the underdog with around plus 200 in average odds. 64% of the Tapology community predict that Mullins will win this fight, and 36% predict that Klaudia will win. And almost everyone predict that this fight will go to the decision. And also most of the YouTube prediction channels pick Mullins to win this fight. 36 out of 49 pick her to win, or 73%. And only 13 out of 49 pick Klaudia to win, or 27%. Out of the best channels with at least 5% return of investment over the last 5 months, all of them pick Mullins to win. As a reminder, the names in light green have a return of investment between 5 and 9.9%, and the names in dark green have a return of investment of at least 10% and higher over the last 5 months. For more information and to find out who the best predictors were over the last 5 months, click the link on screen now or at the end of this video, or find the link in the description below. The next fight is in the middleweight division between Tresean Gore, the 30-year-old from the United States, and Antonio Trocoli, the 33-year-old from Brazil. Tresean is the favorite fighter in average odds with minus 178, and Antonio is the underdog with plus 144. 64% of the Tapology community predict that Tresean Gore will win this fight, and 36% predict that Antonio will win. And most of the predictors think this fight will go to the decision. 36 out of 53 YouTube prediction channels pick Tresean Gore to win as well, for 68%, and 17 out of 53 or 32% pick Antonio. But when we look at the best predictors over the last 5 months, almost all of them pick Tresean Gore, 8 out of 9, and only one of them picks Antonio Trocoli. Then we got a fight in the bantamweight division between the 35-year-old Cody Stamann from the United States and the 30-year-old Blackshear, also from the United States. Blackshear is the favorite with average odds of minus 293, and Cody Stamann is the underdog with plus 225. 81% of the Tapology community predict that Blackshear wins this fight, and only 19% is picking Cody Stamann. And most think this fight will go to the decision. But Blackshear is even a bigger favorite with the YouTube prediction channels. 48 out of 51 channels predict him to win, or 94%, and only 3 channels out of those 51 predict Cody Stamann to win, for 6%. And of the best predictors, all of them pick Blackshear to win. Next up is a match in the welterweight division between the 34-year-old Radtke and 31-year-old Matthew Semelsberger, both from the United States. Radtke is the favorite, but not a big one, with minus 162 in average odds, and Matthew is the underdog with plus 131. On Tapology, 76% pick Radtke to win and 24% pick Semelsberger, and most of them predict that this fight will also go to a decision, just like the previous 3 fights. 47 out of 54 of the YouTube prediction channels pick Radtke to win, and 7 out of 54 pick Matthew to win. And most of the best predictors, 7 out of 8, also pick Charles to win, and 1 out of 8 is picking Matthew. The 5th fight of this card is in the welterweight division between Zaleski, the 37-year-old from Brazil, and Scroggin, the 28-year-old from the United States, and he is a last-minute replacement for Nicolas Dalby, who withdrew from this fight. And Scroggin is a big underdog with plus 373 in average odds, and Zaleski is the big favorite with minus 555 in average odds. Zaleski is also the big favorite in predictions from the Tapology community. 87% pick him to win, and only 13% pick Zach to win. And most think this fight will go to a decision or a KO TKO win for Zaleski. And because of the late replacement, only 16 channels made a prediction on this fight, but all 16 of them predict Zaleski to win. Next is a bantamweight fight between Cortavious Romious from the United States, who's 30 years old, and Gaston Bolanos from Peru, who's 32 years old. Romious is the favorite with minus 220 in odds, and Gaston is the underdog with plus 177. 84% of the Tapology community predict Romious to win and 16% predict Bolanos to win. And most of them predict that Romious will win via submission. 40 out of the 54 YouTube channels predict Romious to win for 74%, and 14 out of 54 or 26% pick Gaston to win. But according to the best predictors, this match is a bit closer. 4 out of 9 pick Gaston to win and 5 out of 9 are picking Romious to win. If you enjoy the content and find it helpful and informative, then don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. The last fight of the prelims is in the strawweight division between the 39-year-old Karolina Kowalkiewicz from Poland and Denise Gomes, the 24-year-old from Brazil. And Denise Gomes is a very big favorite with minus 480 in average odds, and Karolina is the big underdog with plus 373. 84% on Tapology predict Denise Gomes to win this fight and 16% pick Karolina. In picks from the YouTube prediction channels, Denise Gomes is even a bigger favorite. 53 out of 54 or 98% predict that Denise Gomes will win this fight. And only one channel, Fresh Start MMA, is picking Karolina to win. And all of the best predictors are picking Denise Gomes to win as well. The opener of the main card is between Mansur Abdul-Malik from the United States, who's 27 years old, versus Dusko Todorovic, the 30-year-old from Serbia. In average odds, Malik is the favorite with minus 380 and plus 286 for Dusko. 90% of the Tapology community predict Abdul-Malik to win, and most think he will win via KO or TKO. And only 10% predict Dusko to win. Of the YouTube prediction channels, 52 out of 54 or 96% pick Abdul-Malik to win this fight, and only 2 out of those 54 pick Dusko to win. And 8 out of 8 of the best predictors are going with Abdul-Malik as well. Up next is a women's fight in the strawweight division between Luna Pinheiro, the 30-year-old from Brazil, and Gillian Robertson, the 29-year-old from Canada. Gillian Robertson is the big favorite with minus 410 and Luana has plus 299 in average odds. Gillian Robertson is also the big favorite in picks from the Tapology community. 93% predict that she will win this fight, and most think she will win via a submission. And only 7% are picking Luana Pinheiro to win. And we see the same results with the UFC prediction channels. 53 out of 54 are picking Gillian Robertson to win for 98%. And only one channel, UFC Gambling Addicts, is picking Luana Pinheiro to win. If you are enjoying the content and want to support the channel, I've just launched a Patreon page. As a member, you'll get exclusive daily updates on the latest fight predictions and stats that didn't make it into my YouTube preview video, including daily updates on picks. Stay on top of the latest picks from UFC prediction channels and the top UFC predictors on YouTube. Keep up with how the average betting odds are shifting day by day. And daily updated stats from the Tapology community picks. Your support helps me to keep creating content. So check it out if you're interested. Next, we have a fight in the middleweight division between Gerald Meerschaert from the United States, who's 36 years old, and the 34-year-old from the Netherlands, Reinier de Ridder. That's how you say his name in Dutch. Reinier de Ridder is the favorite with minus 302 in average odds, and Gerald is the underdog with plus 234. 80% of the Tapology community are predicting that Reinier wins this match, and most think he will win via KO, TKO or a submission. And 20% are predicting Meerschaert to win via submission. Of the prediction channels on YouTube, 38 out of 54 channels or 70% are picking Reinier to win this match and 16 out of 54 or 13% are picking Gerald. Of the best prediction channels over the last 5 months, 5 out of 8 are picking Reinier and 3 out of 8 are picking Gerald. The second last fight of this card is in the bantamweight division between Ricky Turcios from the United States, who's 31 years old, and Bernardo Sopai from Sweden, who's 24 years old. Bernardo is the favorite with minus 358 in average odds, and Ricky is the underdog with plus 264. Of the Tapology community, 76% predict Sopai to win this fight via decision, and 24% are predicting Ricky to win this fight. And we see the same with the YouTube prediction channels. 42 out of 53 or 79% are picking Bernardo to win, and 11 out of 53 are picking Ricky to win, or 21%. And 6 out of 8 of the best predictors are for Bernardo and 2 out of 8 for Ricky. And then the main event of this card is a fight in the welterweight division between Neil Magny, the 37-year-old from the United States, and Carlos Prates, the 31-year-old from Brazil. And Carlos Prates is a huge favorite with minus 812 in average odds, and Neil Magny is the big underdog with plus 529, which makes Carlos Prates the biggest favorite of this card. He's also the biggest favorite in picks by the Tapology community. 95% predict that he will win, and most think he will win via a KO or TKO over Neil Magny, who's only picked 5%. 54 out of 55 are also picking Carlos Prates to win, or 98%. And only one channel, Home of Bets, picked Neil Magny to win. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, then don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you all for watching, have a great week, enjoy the fights, and see you all in the next video.